The key to making beats that actually hit hard is all in the drums. Lately I've been getting a lot of beats that could have potential, but the drums sound weak and it throws the whole vibe off. I got some effective techniques to share that will help you improve your drums. We'll go through each one step by step. I'll even show you how I do it in my placements with big artists. How about we start with something a lot of people struggle with, and that's bass. I'm not about to go on a rant about keeping your 808s in key. Keep your fucking 808s in key, I swear. This one's actually about managing several bass sounds. Let's head into Ableton. So I got this beat I did, took out all the bass so we could do it from scratch. So we're going to make this more interesting, not just by adding an 808, but also a synth bass. Why? So we can add a new texture and create a new section. First thing we need is an 808 that actually hits. Now this is where a lot of people get it wrong and set themselves up for failure. Drum selection is most important. I'm only using the iconic drum kit. Every sound in here is made to hit. I love all of them, but Thunder, that's my favorite, and they're all tuned to C. You will never have an out of tune 808 again. Let's grab that one. And now we just need a kick, which is another thing people struggle with. I hear so many beats that are way too thin and have no punch. That's why I made the kicks an iconic, to fix that problem. My favorite has got to be kick A1. And then lastly, I'm gonna use this synth bass I sound designed. Very important thing to consider, never layer your 808s on top of your bass sounds. They're gonna clash because you have two low end instruments fighting for space. It's just not what you want. Now we can make the 808 pattern. Something like that, like a... That's hitting. I'm going to add another section that uses a synth bass instead of the 808 just for that contrast. That way we can still have low end in the beat without being too repetitive with the 808. Now the finishing touch, we got to add a hard hitting kick from iconic. That kick A1 is going to do it. So I'm just listening back to back. Just something different. Now you have two separate bass sections that you can use across the beat instead of just repeating the same thing over and over. I did not mess around when I made Iconic. All 80 sounds are designed to make your beat stand out because I've heard too many producers sabotaging themselves with bad drum selection. The link is down below. Make sure to use code TAKE10 for a special discount and watch how much better your beats get. I took it even further in this song I produced for OGZ and Lil Tyler. Before I was saying never layer a bass with an 808, right? Because they're going to clash. Now what I did here is special. I actually had bass playing in between the 808. And you'll see that's that kick A1 again, combined with 808 Fleet from Iconic. So that covers bass. Let's move on to the next trick, which is really a secret gem. Don't tell anyone. Back in Pro Tools with another beat. All right, so we're gonna do something with a clap. So I need one that has body and sharpness to it. So I'll go find one. That's perfect. Clap Frost. I like that. Let's use it. So I'm going to add a new track right here under the clap that I have. At the end of every 4 bars, I'm going to do the effect. So add a new pattern and let's add that clap at the very end. Cool. It has a new texture to it. Sounds nice. Put it into the mixer. We're going to add a good amount of reverb to it. Good. What you want is a lot of excess. Go into Edison, arm it for recording, and then just play it. And make sure to let that reverb tail play out. Let's then drag it back into the playlist. Gonna reverse this sample and line it up with that clap. I'll hold Alt on the keyboard to go off the grid like that. Use a little bit more, and then I'll fade it just like that. I like to use this like a transition effect, kind of like right before we head into this new section. Wait for it. Wait for it. It just sounds like a little magic dust just sprinkled into the beat. Still have 2 more tricks for you, but if you're really interested in getting great at drums, I made a full course over 60 minutes long teaching you my best techniques. It's called the Master of Drums course. I teach you everything you want to know about 808s, creating bounces, and how to mix drums to sound crisp every time. Link is down below. Remember, you got Take 10 for a special discount. Third technique. This one's really simple, but most people don't know it. Let's get on to the open hats. New beat, of course, iconic drums. You already know why it's hitting. Open hats are the key secret ingredient to getting the crispy sound, so I spent a lot of time making these for that purpose. Most people use 1, right? But I'm grabbing 2 with completely different textures. Like, it's literally called open sizzling. What do you think it does? I'm grabbing that one. And then hyper, that has like a pitch bend in it. I'm gonna use that one. And that's really what the trick is. Use 2 open hats that alternate. Sizzling on the downbeat. It literally sounds like we're cooking bacon, bro. Crispy. And this one. And I'll just test out the different ones and pick one that I like. Let's try a fly. Maybe instant. That's nice and light. Actually, I'm gonna use 3 because I really like hyper, right? But I also like fly a lot. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 opens. Test that. You can really appreciate how much more detail and texture it adds to the drums. 3 separate open hi-hats and they're all so crispy. And you want to layer it on top of the 808. Not every hit, but every now and then, and you're gonna get that crispy sound, especially with open hats from Iconic. Now for the final trick, again, this is something most don't think about. It's all in the small details of your percussion. Here's the last beat we're gonna be working with today. That's crazy. Oh, sorry, I got distracted, but you see the drums. So this time we're going to be focusing on the percussion patterns, and as you can see, they're kind of active. We're just going to add very, very small details that most people don't pay attention to, but it will still make a difference. Let's see this pattern. What I'm going to do to make it more interesting is mess with the velocity and the panning. So right here, I'll start all the way down here and like rise it up. So it sounds like it's coming from far, but then it gets closer to us. And I'm also going to do something with the panning. Left, right, left, right. We'll do the same thing with this other perk here, and we'll go right, left. Let's check out this pattern. What if I drop the one in the middle like that? Left, right, left. So if you're on headphones or speakers, you could hear it. But if you're on your Android just sitting on your couch right now, yes, you just playing this out loud, you're not going to hear it. Get it together. It's just super small details that can make subtle differences in your music. And all that we're doing is just adding some more dimension to the beat by making some sounds sound like they're coming in from far out and getting close to us. And it's also adding more to the stereo field because of the panning, which makes the beat sound a little bit more wide. To me, it's worth it. I also use that in the beat I did for Twyami by Tyga.
I was drinking on the molly when I had it.
You can hear it, it's a lot of percussion going on. You'll see slight velocity changes, some panning stuff. Just to add a little bit more width to it, a little bit more dimension, make it more interesting, that's all. It just makes listening to music an experience rather than just sounds. Remember, you could use all the techniques, but your drum sound selection is always what's most important. High quality sounds make high quality beats, and that's exactly what Iconic is for. And if you want to keep perfecting your skills, check out Master of Drums for super detailed course videos. Use code TAKE10 for a special discount, don't forget. Hope you could learn something today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's Chambers, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.